Peace, y'all. Hey, I'm Ivory. I'm back, and it's time to eat again. And today I made some honey barbecue glazed salmon, some black rice, yams, and mixed greens. This is my first time having black rice, and I'm excited. Here are my yams and greens. Ooh, it's hot too. I have lime water today. I already squeezed my lime. Josh red wine with some blackberries. Cheers! Josh red wine has a dry flavor. Tastes like olives too, even though it has fruit in it. Let's eat. Okay, I think I'm gonna start with this one. Cook this in the air fryer. Oh, this is delicious. This is good. This is my first time having black rice, but it was an excellent choice to make it with salmon and the sweet potatoes. This is so good. Mm. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm. 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 I put a little bit of honey in the sweet potatoes. So good. Cinnamon, brown sugar. Everything else was, you know, the huge. Mm. This is good. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's still hot. Mm. 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 Oh, this is so good. Mm. 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 Delicious. Mm. So y'all, I got my nails done again. Mm. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was slamming. Anyway, so I went to the hood and got my nails done. I didn't go to the suburbs. I didn't go by the beach. I didn't go somewhere out here. I didn't go somewhere out here by the airport. I actually went to the hood. And I followed my intuition, actually. And I'm glad I did, because my actual service was fulfilled. I was satisfied. My nail tech has strong communication skills, fluent in English, so we were able to kind of chat a little bit. Either way it goes, great experience, very relaxing. But that was not the chaos. I kind of want to set the scene a little bit so you can see it in your mind. So, to set the scene, there were 7 or 8 nail techs, all Asians. All servicing black people, including a male. It was kind of like hood looking, I guess. You know, not the stereotype, but I'm just trying to set the scene so you can, I'm trying to take you there, okay? But this guy was getting a manicure. He had wicks in his hair, baggy clothes. He had his vape. But either way, the ambiance, the energy was great. Oh. This was amazing. Now everything was going just fine. I had my meditation video. I was doing a little bit of research, but it had me in a meditative state of mind. Everything was great. And then this little boy comes out from the back area of the salon. Oh, this is good. The little boy comes out of the back area, and I was informed. Now, I gathered this on my own, but my nail tech, the man, he ended up telling me eventually that this was his son. And I also put together that the nail tech right beside him was his wife. So their son comes out the back, and at first it was just normal, you know. Small talk. It wasn't in English, but they were talking at normal tones. Nothing really alarming. Nothing even noticeable for real. Until the boy starts to get loud. He starts to elaborate, like he's going into details, or, you know, he's talking a lot in their language. And then he starts to cry. He starts to yell, actually. And now all the people who are the clients, the customers, excuse me, the customers are now all staring at this boy. And because his father's doing my nails, this is happening right in front of me. To keep going, he starts to yell. And my nail tech, he apologizes to me and said, "I'm sorry, my son's upset." Then the little boy started to kick the back of his chair. Now, this man is doing my nails, and the little boy is kicking the back of the chair. The boy is making eye contact with me. He's looking at his father, And his mother's right there, but now she's finished doing the person's nails that she was working on. She's standing up now. And still lightly communicating with the boy, but it was almost like she was trying to ignore him. And I think she, you know, that's what she wanted him to realize, she was ignoring him. So she's just kind of, you know, doodling around in her area like, boy, I'm not paying no attention to you and your crocodile tears. So at first, I'm just, you know, looking at this. Then, this little boy takes it up a notch. The little boy then starts to take the nail polish wheels. The little wheels, sometimes they're on a square thing and they have the acrylic tips with different color polishes, and they give that to you to pick your color from. So he's taking the nail polish wheels, he's throwing them in the trash can. Then he's looking at his parents, and you can tell he was doing that to get a reaction or to show them that he was, whatever, he wasn't pleased with their response to what he wanted or whatever they were arguing about. And because they weren't speaking English, I'm not going to go too far into detail about what I think they were talking about. Either way, the little boy was angry. He was angry. Then the mom, after he starts to throw the wheels in the trash can, she goes, she's picking them out the trash can. She directs him to stop. You could tell by the body language that she was trying to discipline him. Then the boy starts to take the chairs. There were chairs that were pushed in. The chairs on wheels that the nail tech sit in. Wherever someone wasn't sitting, he was taking the chairs and he was just pulling them out, pushing them. Pulling the chairs out, pushing them. And then looking at his parents. Now his father is doing my nails. So I'm looking at him and I'm looking at his mom. I'm looking at him, I'm looking at his mom. I'm looking at him, I'm looking at his mom. And I'm looking at her just wondering, how is she going to handle this? Is the father going to do something? Because his son, let me keep going. The little boy comes back to where his father is doing my nails. And he starts to kick the chair harder than he was kicking it the first time. And then the mom, she walks up to him and she whispers something to him. I couldn't even hear her voice when she was talking to him. She whispered something to him. Then he calmed down a bit. Then he kept yelling. He started to cry in a dramatic way. The mom walked to the back. She walked out of sight, but she was talking to him still. She had something in her hands, because whatever she had in her hands, I'm looking in the mirror to see if I could see her, but she was kind of too far around the corner. I couldn't catch a good glimpse. But whatever she had in her hand, the little boy started crying, saying, no, no, no. He was whining, crying, saying, no, no, no. He went to those chairs. He starts to push them back in. He's the chairs that he pushed away, now he's going to get those chairs. He's putting them back in now. Then he comes back to his father. He continues talking to his father. His father responds to him. Then he gets angry again, starts to have a meltdown. He starts to have a meltdown. Y'all, this little boy got so angry. He started kicking the walls, the shelves. We were all just staring at this little boy. The people who were in there getting their service done. We're just staring at this little boy. Then he walks out the nail salon. He walks out. He starts doing stuff around in the front of the salon. People are looking around, trying to see him from around the corner, checking their car. I know people who ever parked out front, you just wondering, okay, what you finna do next, little boy? Either way it goes, I had parked a little bit down in front of the next couple of businesses over, and then I walked down. So my car wasn't outside, directly in front of the building. Now, y'all, the boy never stops. He never stops. He never, the entire time that I was there, his tantrum, it did not cease. They couldn't control this little boy. The mom ends up sitting down in a pedicure chair, putting her feet up in the seat, like tucking her feet. She was sitting comfortable, sitting back, had her legs up. And they couldn't control him. I said all that to say, y'all, between the laws changing or doing whatever they're doing, okay, with the government, you have the food, stuff that's going on with the food, education systems changing all across America, social media and video games are raising these kids. And the laws protect the children too. You can't beat them. You can't curse them out. And of course people do whatever they want to do in their household, but I'm saying according to the law, you have to be alternative with discipline. Maybe keeping your child's phone for 3 or 4 days. You know, I guess that's supposed to change the world. And honestly, the way that they depend and lean on technology, maybe that is a good form of discipline. But sometimes there's a chemical imbalance. So you got to tap into your child on another level. Well, really, whether it's your kid or not your kid, whatever kid is in your proximity, you got to tap in on another level. We as adults, listen, these kids are the adults of tomorrow. We have to do our part. And it starts with self-work, inner work. You have to be able to teach the children better ways to cope with their emotions. I stopped teaching in Florida in 2021 for this very reason. Like, the children are uncontrollable right now. And I was teaching high school, okay? I taught the older teenagers, not kindergarten, not the 8, 10, 12-year-olds. I taught the older teenagers. I'm telling you, for real, they have lost the respect. They don't have any fear. They do not fear nor respect adults / authority. You have to purify your mind and your spirit. I'm talking to the adults, the mentors, the leaders, the future leaders, the leaders of tomorrow. They need us to get it together. And I'm not blaming this child at the nail salon nor this kid's parents. I'm just saying it's not specific to any race. It's a lot going on in the atmosphere. And if you don't have a toolbox, these adults that people complaining about right now, they were kids at one point. I don't have any advice for the parents, the little boy in the nail salon and his parents. I don't have any advice for those people. It was slightly out of context because they weren't speaking English. All I know is this boy was obviously having a massive tantrum in his parents' place of business, and they could not control him. And they were not the only 2 people in the salon. It was other adults, you know, a part of the business with them. Not that anyone was supposed to jump in or tap in or do something. I'm just telling y'all, literally, they could not control the boy. They couldn't control him. The mom was making threats. The father was talking him to death. Listen, the boy ended up walking out the whole doggone salon. He just walked out. He just went to go do his thing outside. He didn't walk out to go take a breather and to walk back and forth and pace and meditate and close his eyes. No, he was out there loud. His tantrum spilled over onto the outside in the sidewalk. I'm telling you. The reason why I came back here to talk about that with y'all is because you have to land somewhere. And all this, and all the frequencies, and everything that you see happening in the media and in front of your actual eyes, you fall somewhere in all of this. You just need to make sure you land on the side of peace. That's all I'm saying. And don't find yourself catching strays because you don't have any type of spiritual protection. And these people changing the law. Y'all, you know what's going on. Yep. Either way it goes, I love y'all. And I'm pushing peace for y'all and the people that are in their salon. Because I can't imagine. I can't imagine what that's like, what they go through on a daily basis. Anyway, I'll be back. I don't know what I want next. Let me think. What do I want? Some chicken, I don't know. Some shrimp. What should I eat next? Anyway, I love y'all. And I'll be back.